Hi guys, I thought I would just take a quick minute and create this really short little video to kind of give you a better idea of what we're looking for. First of all, I want to thank you guys for volunteering. You might have figured this out already, or maybe you checked out our tour site, but we are about to launch a very large tour across the country, 34 cities, 34 different legend photographers. This is something I've always dreamed of doing, and this is kind of my Super Bowl of tours, so to speak, and this is something I really want to be proud of. So one of the things that I need help in is the marketing side of this. You know, in the early 2000s when I started touring, of course, there wasn't online education, so people came in droves to these shows. And I feel like there's a big disconnect right now because people are all about watching YouTube and watching all these online resources, and they're not going to live presentations. And if you've ever been to a live presentation, I'm sure you know that there's just something very inspirational and very personal about being at an event. And so I want to reach out to as many photographers as I can and give them a special offer, and something that will entice them to want to come and be a part of this really inspirational and very passion-filled event. These are some of the biggest names in photography, if not the biggest names in photography, and it is truly an honor for me to stand on the stage with them. Some of these people are mentors from when I started photography, 28 years ago. They were already doing it. Some of them are newer and up and coming, and they're just people who have just sort of kind of come into the market and really blown the doors off. So I want to give each of them not only an honor by recognizing their talents and what they've contributed to the industry, but I want photographers to learn from these people and to really understand that most of us didn't just happen to be great photographers. We put a lot of effort, a lot of work. We were sort of on the forefront of digital technology, so we went through the ups and downs. And I think it's important for photographers to know what it really took to be a photographer. So I want to give them a foundation. And I feel, as I have in the past, that the only way these events are successful is if we have a large crowd. The bigger the crowd, the more energy, the more passion, the more excitement, the more people walk out of the room feeling empowered and understanding the value of what this industry brings. So what we want to do is we want to really, this is guerrilla marketing at its finest. We want to research, find names, find photographers, find information about photographers, gather all of that information in one place, and then create a marketing structure to reach out to them. Obviously, I have my own database. A lot of our sponsors and even the speakers have databases, but it's really hard. Those people, are people that already know about this or already possibly coming, and we want to reach out to the people who maybe just don't realize that there's a whole industry of educators and phenomenal talent out there that they should be learning from. So this is where you guys come in. Of course, you've already received a letter of what we're looking for, and the fact that you are receiving this email means that you are willing to commit so many hours to this. This should be something that is pretty painless. I've really kind of played with the compensation structure, so I wanted to explain that too, just so that you have an idea of how compensation works. Now, there are two sides to this. There are the portrait clients, of course, that are clients of mine that want to earn portrait credit, and then the photography students of mine that are volunteering, and of course you guys are going to earn tour credit. So this credit can be used for things like the download of the show. That's a $200 value, so you can put your money towards that. I also have lots of other products. I have we have the Really Big Book of Studio Management, the Really Big Book of Pricing. I have massive amounts of templates and really cool things that you can use. I also will allow you to use this for a mentoring session, so a one-on-one session with me where we can Skype and we can chat just like this, and we can work on your business. So I'm willing to sacrifice my time. I just am hoping you guys are willing to sacrifice a little bit of yours. So again, for my portrait clients, thank you very much. I'm so excited that you're jumping on board. This is all about research and documentation. For my students, same thing. Happy to have you here. The only thing we cannot trade for is tour tickets. The only way we can account for the seats, and some of these rooms only fit 100 people. You will have to buy your tour ticket. We will provide you a discount code if you haven't already done that, so that you'll save that $20. So the ticket will be economical, but we want to make sure that There goes my light. We want to make sure that you get lots and lots of fun so that you can purchase the product, spend time with me, come in as a portrait client, and spend time with me. So let's real quickly go through what we're looking for. You guys sent back your rankings as to what you would prefer. What we decided to do is we're going to assign you, there'll be 2 to 3 people assigned per state, depending, or per city. Depending on how big the city, there could be up to 4. We're going to give you each a color code. So whenever you add anything to this Google document, you're going to turn it to your color. Therefore, you get credit for it. We're trying to keep this as simple as possible. This is what we came up with. I hope it works for you. Obviously, it's important if somebody's already found something and it's in their color. You can't change their color or replace it. But the hope is that if we kind of are a small army out there gathering information, we will have a really good, clean list of information. Now, obviously, it's up to you when you do this and how fast you do it. I know people who are really motivated by the credit are probably going to jump in real quick. So I wanted to get this information to you as fast as possible. If somebody jumps on a city and gets so much information that you feel like you didn't get a chance, perhaps, please contact me. We have 34 cities to work with, so we are happy to add you to a different city and just continue adding those credits. So if you enjoy this work and you want to do more than one city, I don't care if you earn thousands of dollars. I would rather work with somebody who's dedicated to the mission than try to keep track of small increments. So whatever works best for you. Okay, guys, the first thing is the events, coordinating the events. At this point, we are not going to have anybody start working on that, only because we have a lot of events that we use, and we're going to try those first. If we get desperate, we're going to reach out to you and see if you can help us secure those. But honestly, it's for people to help us there. They almost have to be located in the city to know kind of where to go. So you can skip the events tab on the Google Doc. You don't have to worry about that. The second tab, second option was local PR and media contacts. This is actually searching for meetup groups, local papers. These are radio stations, press clubs, penny ads, everything and anything that has to do with advertising. We will be sending out media press releases to all of these types of organizations. We will be looking at advertising, probably not a ton, but we will definitely be looking at these options. So we need to gather those. For the local media, we'll be paying you $5 credit per contact that you create. So if it's a newspaper or if it's a meetup group, those are awesome. We definitely want to talk to the meetup groups. You will just give us as much information as you can. So for instance, if it's a meetup group, you would try to find out who the owner of the meetup group is. Then we would communicate with them. They obviously won't allow us to post an advertisement to their meetup group, but they might consider working with us with a discount code or something like that. So we can do all the contacts for the most part. We just need you to find and secure them for us. So that is the local media. Now the next one is finding photography students. This would be something like, really one of the things that I'm very, very passionate about is young photography students. So we would be looking at every local college, every community college, every college, and specifically their photography or art department teachers, etc. What we will then do is our marketing team will reach out to them. We'll send them an email. If you can get us their contact information, we'll let them know that we're coming to town, and we will give them a heavily reduced discount price for their students. In some cases, we may even provide free tickets for their students. We know that these kids are struggling. They're in the arts world, but they're starting out. So of course, we want to give them the opportunity to come and learn and learn about the industry as well. So we're looking for students, college students, high school students. We are looking for people that we could just allow to come to the show, just for the experience of seeing that this industry is so much bigger than I think a lot of these young people, you know, they buy their camera and they start out. So you would just start listing those, and the compensation for photography students, so to speak, or schools is $5 per contact. So of course, if you get 20 contacts, you're going to have a nice little credit there. All right, the next one is social media. The next two are the ones that are, I think, really critical to this tour. There are 2 contacts that we need. We need social media contacts, which would be Facebook contacts or Twitter contacts. So really that's a matter of doing research. You know, you can go to Facebook groups and start collecting names that way. You're really just cutting and pasting links to those people's names, and then we will be sending them a message, basically offering them a special discount to come to the tour. Now, we of course don't want to get reported as spam, so we have to be careful how much we do this, but I do find that a direct contact via Facebook, especially when it comes from me personally, which these will, it will basically say, hey, this is Sandy Putch, I'm going to be in your city. I just wanted to let you know that we have a special Facebook offer or Twitter offer or Instagram offer, and we just, you know, I wanted to send you a code in case you're interested. Keep it really simple. Try not to make it spam. Hope we don't get reported, because I'm certainly not trying to irritate people. But honestly, a lot of people just don't know that we are here and that we're available. And we just kind of want to flood the market and get all of those people that are on these social media groups the opportunity to come to the show. We also, if you're part of a photography club, or if you join a photography club and you want to make an announcement saying, hey guys, Sandy's coming into town, this is going to be an amazing show, you definitely want to come. That's great. We don't want it to be very contrived or fake. If you don't really feel good about it, don't do it. But a lot of our students are having success just posting in these groups and letting people know that we're coming to town. So again, just spreading the message as much as you can. If you do post in a group like that, we want you to document it somewhere on the Google Doc. You can just kind of drop it down below the social media and let us know, hey, I made this post in this group, and we will reward you for that as well. So with social media contacts, the compensation is $1 per contact. I don't care if you get 10,000 contacts. If I have to give you $10,000, that might be hard, but $10,000 in credit, I should say, we'll make it happen. But our goal with that is to have at least 500 contacts. I know that sounds like a lot, but there are probably 10,000 trillion photographers in any of these cities. So your goal is to create the contact, change it to your color so that we know it's yours, and we will tally it up at the end and give you a really nice credit. Last one, and the most probably important one. We are investing in printed postcards. They're actually invitations. They come in an envelope. They're very, very nice. We are excited to be sending these out to photographers. Obviously, postage, there is a great price that comes with printing as well as mailing things out. However, from a marketing strategy, we found that honestly, people are very receptive to postcards. In fact, really a lot of it has to do with the fact that people don't use postcards anymore. So that's definitely something that we are excited to do, but we need to very much be able to track them. So these are called the VIP invitations, and they will have a special code that is VIP 17, I think. Yeah, I think it's VIP 17. And that code we can track, and we can see, hey, are these addresses really working? We'll be sending these out via bulk mail. Our goal is to send out 500 per city. So what we need you to do, and again, this is probably the most important thing, is the fastest, easiest way that I found to do it is you just Google, I always try to look at maps and get areas because, like for instance, Denver, there's Denver, but then there's 8 cities around Denver that are equally, as long as it's within a 40-minute drive, definitely we want to reach out to all those people. So then what I've done in the past is I have Googled, say, Denver photographers, Denver baby photographers, Denver fashion photographers, Denver family photographers. It doesn't really matter. And then once we go to their websites, we see if they have an address and if they have an email address to contact them, or if they just have a contact us page. Now, if they have an address, we want you to document it. If they have an email contact, we want you to document that. And if they have a contact us page, we want you to cut and paste the URL, and that way we can click on that and I can personally send them the message. I really don't mind sending 500 messages. You'd be surprised how fast I can do this. But I find that when I take the time to make a personal contact and let them know that it's me, and I will even include my personal cell phone number so that if they have questions, they can contact me directly. I find that people, when I'm very personable and I truly personally reach out, I think people are very receptive to that and very excited. So we will be giving those guys, that group of photographers, a different code. So the postcards will be one code. The social media code will be, it'll probably be like FB Facebook 17, or it probably FB VIP or Twitter, TW, VIP, or whatever, we will have codes attached to all of these so that we can track what worked and what didn't. So this is kind of an exciting venture for me. I have done this in the past. The last 2 tours, I did this, but they were very small tours, so we only needed 20 people, and it was very easy to reach out on a personal level and secure those people. In this case, the rooms hold 100 to 125 people. So in theory, we need to send out a minimum of 500 invitations to secure 100 people. So this is where you guys come in. This is where you guys get to do some procuring. For the internet research, name, address, phone number, contact, email, that is $1 per person as well. So we have some students that have already started this, and some of them have earned $200 and $300 in credit already. I know a couple of them are really excited to be working with me personally to do some mentoring sessions. Super excited about that. I love that. For my clients, of course, you guys, you know I love you, and I'm more than happy to give you hundreds of dollars in credits as well, because I would love to see you come back and to have some fun creating new images for you. So I think I've covered everything. Ultimately, once you jump in, if you're really good at it, if you enjoy the process, if you want to do more cities, we will take you up on that. We have 34 to cover. My concern and goal right now is the first 6 cities, because those postcards are in process right now. We need to get those in the mail within the next 2 weeks, so that we can see how this goes. So you guys, I wish you a ton of luck. If you need to talk to me, my cell number is 303-618-0297. Again, 303-618-0297. You are welcome to text me now that you're on team tour. You are welcome to keep in touch with me and let me know what's going on. If you hit any road bumps, if you have any concerns, this is kind of new to us too, so it's a learning curve. So we certainly are open to suggestions, ideas, anything you guys want. We're ready to hit. So Deb will be working with you to assign you to a city, and the minute you get your cities, it's go time. So if you want to spend the whole weekend gathering hundreds of names, no problem. If you feel like you're getting up into the thousands of names, maybe you should text me, because maybe we should cut it off. There's only so many postcards and things we can send out. But if you are willing to do some contacting yourself, meaning you personally are a photographer or a parent, and you see a photography group and you want to post something like, hey, this is coming, it's going to be really cool, are you going? We can give you like a little picture that you can, that you could use, because pictures definitely catch more people's interest. So we're here to help you. You guys are here to help us. We are super excited. I'm really, most of you know I'm a marketer, and so this is kind of exciting to me because this is something I've never done, and it feels very energy fueled, and I thrive off of energy and chaos. So speaking of that, I have a session here, so I'm going to go do my job. I wish you guys well, and I will see most of you on the road. And for my clients, I love you guys. Thank you for your help, and we'll see how this goes. Thanks. Bye.